scramble to find some place to practice. And 5 Eyewitness News reporter Todd Wilson is here now with more on this. Todd?
Oh, that's right. Leah, let me tell you something. I've spoken to players, parents, and coaches, and they're all saying enough is enough. Now, South High School was supposed to have a game here this afternoon at Van Cleve Park in southeast Minneapolis, but of course the weather derailed that. And they're hoping and praying that their game tomorrow against Edison High School, they're hoping they can play that also. South High School's baseball team is practicing indoors once again. And at the local YWCA, a couple blocks from school. They are not alone.
Softball has to use this facility as well. Track has to use this facility as well. There's just a lot of moving parts going around here. So it's tough to get through a baseball practice. If for some reason the weather doesn't cooperate the rest of the week.
With the way the weather has played out, it's also been tough getting through a practice outside. Coach Brinklow says the team's first game was Friday, after having the first 2.5 weeks of nothing with postponements and cancellations.
Every coach I've talked to right now, in any sport, is going through it right now. It's just been a weird year as far as the weather is concerned.
According to the Minneapolis Public School District, this spring they have canceled 300 events. Schools are forced to reschedule games. Many are playing doubleheaders. Then you have teams like Cambridge Isanti looking for a place to play. They made the 45-mile drive to play in the Metrodome. The cost, $750 an hour. Scott Renstrom's son plays first base. He says the constant bad weather has forced the team to play back-to-back games.
And so now it's 3-4 days a week now until the season's out.
Coach Brinklow says worst-case scenario for his team, the season is cut short. Well, it's not just the Twin Cities that are affected by this weather, of course, but the entire metro area. In fact, Blaine High School told us that more than likely their baseball and softball teams will likely not play a full schedule, but will play enough games to have conference champions before the section tournaments start. But, of course, that could change if the weather continues. On the south end of the metro, Lakeville says it's played about 25% of the scheduled games so far. And athletic directors around there talked about today about what may need to happen if they can't play enough games to name conference champions or all conference teams. Live in Minneapolis, Todd Wilson, 5 Eyewitness News.
Of course, it's